It's definitely going to be a spectacle of spectacles to behold. We're probably going to wind up getting the Sephiroth and the Diddy again unless these guys decide to meme. No, they are going for a genuine set that we got going on right here. You guys are at the Platinum Star Weekly right now. You finally made it to Grand Finals. Don't touch that Fire Stick. Don't touch that mouse. Whatever it is that you're using to watch, do not hit any button that's going to make a change because we got ourselves a hell of a set coming up for you guys right here. Rivers versus TSM FTX Tweek. You know it, you love it. Let's get into it.
And here it is, the start of the game, and much different from when Tweek was playing against Rivers' Crom, where Tweek had a lot more chances to move and a lot more freedom to move. This time, he's respecting that banana, he's respecting that stature, and just throwing out some of these F-tilts, throwing out these dashback snaps. But Rivers looks a lot warmer and a lot more prepared to play against Sephiroth. Not even getting touched yet with a quick 85, though there is the first Shadow Flare, and there is that wing on deck, which means damage can't be too far behind.
Really smart tech roll from Tweek right there out of the corner. He was getting pretty much bodied that all the way up to 91%, but he recognized that that forward smash read was coming, and even if he didn't know it was coming, it was better to roll in right there because that alone would have reduced his chance of dying because he knows that forward smash out of the corner right there was an option. As speaking of forward smash right there, we got the first one of the set coming out
that
from
was so
Rivers.
Good.
Yeah.
That was so good. Like, just acknowledging that he got hit by down tilt. He doesn't want to get comboed off of this. He's gonna air dodge. So I have time to dash over, grab my banana, and Diddy's banana toss is so good that I can punish the air dodge after. Just such great spatial awareness from Rivers, and it doesn't seem like it's stopping because he's found a way to put Tweek back on ledge and is still pouring on the damage. Like, nothing is stopping the Rivers train right now.
Yeah, he's definitely got a lot of momentum from these from that last set for sure. And you can tell from the way that he's playing and from the options that he's picking. You can see him using monkey flip. You can see him using monkey flip on the lower side off the level a lot less than he was doing in prior sets that he played against Tweek, and frankly against Boosk and against Boosk as well, as that up air is going to take the stock because he recognizes, you know, as good of a move as that is, as good of a recovery move as that is, you know, you do the same option too many times, it does get linear enough to the point where it can be intercepted, especially by a character with a sword as big as Sephiroth. So he's not just doing a good job at like picking his options offensively, Ubel. He's doing a really good job picking his defensive ones as well.
Yeah, completely agree. There's just like extra little bits of waiting. Like Rivers has been pressing a lot of buttons thus far this game. He's dashing back and forth, throwing out these monkey flips, getting banana as soon as he can. But he intersplices that with moments where he's just like waiting and shield, maybe not even banana in hand, just seeing what Tweek is gonna do. And that down smash looked hella scouted because the dash started as soon as the down smash was coming out. But Tweek, with the powerful air-to-air, saving his second jump to catch the fastfall from Rivers, even in this game up in a big way to try and take game one of Grand Finals, though there is plenty of game to play and plenty of Shadow Flares to attempt to hit. So, I mean, I keep saying it, Diddy is a hard character to pin down. Not when you have a disjoint like that, though. Quick 1-2 from Tweek evens up the game percentage-wise now, too.
And speaking of pin down, you see him trying to use his side B to get that to happen more than anything else. Sephiroth doesn't really have the frame data to mash in the face of a character like Diddy Kong, lest that Nair come in for him to be able to get that punish in or out of shield for sure. As you can see him fishing for it right out of shield, and there it is. There's the snap. Now he's got to watch out for that orb. Trying to time it right there, about six or so seconds on that first one going in, if I'm not mistaken. I forgot the formula for it completely. I need to do a little bit more research on that in depth, but you know how it is.
Yeah, I'm not sure the timing, but I know it makes like 1.5 rotations if it's one, but the timer resets when you get planted with another one. So
wow, I love it. 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 He kept his vision from when he played King Sean earlier. He kept it. Let's take a look at this replay once again, ladies and gentlemen. You see him just wait for the position of the banana off of the platform. I mean, we'll get these first couple of kills first, the banana to the forward smash, and we'll take a look at this one once again. Take a look at this right here. He throws that banana in and out ahead of time, waits a second on the platform, wave dashes back onto it, and he just waited to see how Tweek was going to react to that banana. Like, all right, is he going to be a doof and run in here? Or is he going to react to the banana and hang back on stage again? Either way, he retains stage control at worst in that situation. And at best, he gets the kill. Beautiful play by Rivers, honestly.
Yeah, it's looking mighty strong from game one, especially compared to the fact that he got 3-0'd in winner side of finals. In loser side, or in grand finals, his game starting the same kind of way. A quick 90, almost unanswered from Tweek. Just the normal like 30% tax that comes with playing ultimate at a low percent. Damage happens really quick at low percent, but if you can play at mid and high percents, then you're feeling a lot stronger. Though that Shadow Flare does prevent the harder punish on the down smash. Oh, that banana toss was so good. Just forcing Tweek to get off of ledge and then taking it for himself after the roll on. Rivers is playing outstanding right now, and Tweek is having a hard time moving around the constantly evasive Rivers.
Yeah, you know, they do say something about, like, being warm from, like, going on the loser's run for sure. I mean, I don't know how many games that Tweek was playing to stay warm while he was just waiting in grands, you know. There is something to be said about that. Not saying that that's necessarily the case here, is that perfectly spaced up tilt is going to do it for Tweek's first stock in this game number 2. Like, that looked like he just got hit by, like, the last couple of pixels of it right there. Crazy stuff.
Unfortunately, the Z-drop only nets him a jab. Sephiroth's smash attacks are not nearly as fast in order to take that stock, though might have been able to get a dash attack in. Either way, can't dwell on the past. You can dwell on the fact that there's been a Shadow Flare, but good on Rivers to not even try to mess with the Octo Slash coming from below. Instead, Rivers still thriving at 153, and these F-tilts, these back airs, they're all whiffing on the short stature of Diddy. So there is the down smash on the regrab.
God, so violent. Honestly, right through the head of the Kong for sure. Down smash from the ledge is going to go right through it. And we got the neutral and the game reset once again. Unless Rivers has something to say about that. Up though to the back air, a classic to keep that pressure on with the up air once again. Attacking that damage all the way up to 62, and now applying some corner pressure up to Sephiroth. Hanging back and resetting towards the center of the stage again, recognizing that he had no room to keep that pressure on anymore. And now we got Diddy Kong with banana in hand. What is the answer from Tweek to find his way around that? That beat is just too fire, man. He's just snapping his fingers over and over and over again, desperately trying to get the Shadow side B and try to start something for him to get those orbs on him, but nothing doing, says Rivers, with the mobility of Usain Bolt out here, or some other thing that's really fast. We're up to 97, 106%, Ubel. This is wild.
Hey, we got the Olympics going on. We've got the Summer Olympics over in Tokyo, and Tweek looks like Rivers looks like he's trying to try out for the long jump. So these monkey flips are going all the way across PS2, back and forth. And the up air coming out after they jump read from the ledge. It's just prime positioning in a lot of cases for Rivers. They're out of the range to where the just instant quick snap of Shadow Flare is going to hit them. And even if they charge it up a little bit, that means they have time to block. You do have to be careful because Sephiroth does have that wing, does have that blanket 30% damage buff, but when you get that monkey foot, that's all he needs.
Very smart of Rivers to DI the back throw from Sephiroth by ledge away. It's so funny. You know, you never think to like, okay, I'm about to be back thrown by the ledge. I need to DI in. Right? You never think like, okay, I need to DI out to survive this, but because most characters don't exactly have like a kill confirm off of their back throw like that to combo into a back air. It's not a very common thing with most characters, but that's pretty much how it works with Sephiroth, and as a result, it's actually better to DI that out, and Rivers did before to actually live against a Sephiroth who had his wing, and speaking of such, the chicken wing is back out. Seeing if he can catch his monkey flip, utilizing his second jump, and he does this time around. Last knock, Ubel, but now he's got the wing.
That was so good on Tweek's part, going air to air with that rising nair out of shield, and realizing that Rivers had burned all of his resources. Jump, monkey flip, all of it gone. So all he had to do was, with that wing, chase him down and find that stock. gives him the fighting chance, especially since Wing is still on deck and there is still plenty of Wing-specific combos that Sephiroth can pull off. But Rivers has been playing this so patient, as we see, that it just kind of happens sometimes. You just kind of can lose your stock if you're not ready for all of the different DI traps and all of the different true combos that down tilt has. So you kind of expect Rivers to press advantage there. He landed his starter. It's time to like properly try and get out of this combo. Nope, he's waiting for the kill.
That was just prime mate.
It's a prime material primate out here.
Honestly, man, like you know, I've said pick and choose in moments a million times, and I've said that over and over, and Rivers is so good at that. But God, he's warm. He's hot right now. Like, he's knowing, like, these little interactions where it's time for him to just wait a second again to get this going. But the way he's playing, I will not be surprised to see this go to a second set unless Tweek has it in him to take 3 straight games from Rivers right here after being down 2-0. I mean, we've seen it happen with the likes of Mango and Zane at Smash Summit.
Oh my God, it was so good.
Yeah, and he's, yeah, honestly. Like, you know what they say with Kevin Garnett, bro, anything is possible. So, we're out here doing it right here. Rivers, one more to reset this bracket right here and get himself a chance at another set against Tweek. Tweek just needs some fight to stay alive right now. Slow and steady pace.
Yeah, he's really kind of taking a lesson back from game 1 where it started. This is kind of how that game started out. Not started out, but kind of developed into that slow and steady pace, like not trying to move too much. If you're Sephiroth, just utilize that range, utilize his dashing back and how potent that is, always thriving with the threat of F-tilt. And, I mean, the percents are dead even for a reason right now. Tweek is playing a lot more disciplined and not trying to throw himself into Rivers' face. And granted, he doesn't need to because he doesn't. He is not at a deficit right now. And that turnaround down smash is going to call out the air dodge in. Looks like Rivers was going for a little bit of an extra mix-up from a position such as that. And he finds this, but Rivers still finds the stop regardless, even without losing the first one in a situation such as that.
Reset here. Even stocks between both of these players. Monkey flipping in, actually utilizing the kick to beat out the starting frames of the side B right there in the snap. Very crazy stuff coming out from Rivers. Very ballsy option as well on top of everything else. And you see him right there looking so hard for the angel drop by the platform, trying to steal that stock in an early percent despite Sephiroth being the light character that he is. And now tossing the banana out again. Oh, that was just cheeky. Did you see that? There was no reason for him to do that.
But it was cool though.
Yeah, it was. I'm not gonna lie. It was definitely like cool to look at, but he sort of just invented like a fourth taunt for Diddy. Oh man, wild stuff. Trying to auto cancel or A-land the down air right there to catch the banana, as every Diddy Kong is one to do. Up to 132%. Dude, the adaptation's out here, man.
Oh yeah, everything is coming up Rivers right now. It's like, even with the stab into the stage, which is a slight mix-up, though it didn't seem like...
oh, watch out.
It was fully intended? Yeah, where'd those barrels go?
Oh, okay, I think they're gone.
They gotta be gone.
Yeah. Now they're gone. They'll go away in a couple of seconds at least if he doesn't know where they're going. But you saw Rivers specifically just jumping in place. You saw what he was doing. He was trying to control it. You know what he was going for.
Yeah, he was being a little bit spicy out here, and... Hey, when you're challenging Sephiroth off the ledge like this, not giving Tweek time to set up for some of his reactions and for some of his ledge trapping positions, hey, that's all the better for it. And that time with a little bit of extra delay, same theory, but with the timing mix-up, that still has allowed him to get back on stage and put on a little bit of damage. It's nothing crazy, but every little bit helps, especially since Sephiroth can't take too much punishment, though the dash attack will close out the stock. And this is as close as these games have gotten thus far, and Tweek is looking to try and send this to a game 4. Get as much data as he can with the Sephiroth before even considering switching to either the Diddy Ditto or to perhaps his Wolf.
Now, I have a feeling that that down air that just whipped on the part of Tweek was actually intended to be a fastball neutral air. Might have just messed up the timing of it and just like kept the stick down when he hit the attack button, at least from what I predict. And that side B going to do wonders on the part of Tweek right there, actually helping him regain the lead right here. And speaking of, now we have Rivers doing that instead and keeping the pressure on with the monkey flip, narrowly avoiding the banana on his way back up.
That was such a narrowly avoided stock, but he still has his jump. Tweek is going all the way out there, but gets caught by jumping, trying to extend that advantage artificially after such a deep edge guard attempt, but Rivers was ready for the immediate reversal, slapping with the back of those Diddy fists and resetting the bracket.
Bro, are you insane? There was no reason to do that. When you only have one stock, there was no reason to go that far. Oh, Tweek, I mean, I'm not one to sit here and criticize you. You're the best player in the world for a reason. I mean, I could criticize you now because we got the Diddy ditto out here. In between. Oh, Lord.
Yeah,
Oh, Lord. This is some monkey business.
Sorry, I'm joking.
Oh, stupid. We were talking about it, but I'm not gonna lie to you. I really didn't expect Tweek to actually do it.
Yeah, if there was a character swap, I was really expecting the Wolf compared to the Diddy Ditto. But hey, this is the universe that we live in. I mean, Space Jam just came out. We can afford for a little bit of clowning around.
Yeah.
And
yeah, man. It's despite like everything that's happened before. Like despite us talking about like how pretty much like the potential top 3 of this tournament, or the top 3 seeds of this tournament, I should say, were all Diddy Kong mains. This is the first time that we've actually seen a Diddy Ditto in this top 3 at all. Going out here all the way to the grand finals reset is what it took, so it just goes to show how much people, I guess, really either don't like Dittos in this game or just might think they're too volatile.
And the Diddy one can certainly be considered volatile. Like, we had seen prior the prominence of Diddy's F-tilt and its 2-framing potential as we see that up smash. Another reason that this matchup can be kind of hard. Diddy can hit Diddy out of barrels pretty consistently, and anti-air things like an approaching monkey flip or just any of these jump ins. And punish Banana Toss with Banana Toss, especially when they're on shield. I mean, both of them they're holding that PEO for a reason. Here we are. Welcome to normal.
Did you miss us?
Nope. This is... Oh, Smash 4. Smash 4 Diddy.
I ain't no Smash 4 Diddy on screen right now, my friend. We've been
all.
playing the great game of Ultimate for quite a few years out here. And Diddy Kong is back up to that former prominence, or almost to that former level of prominence that he used to have, for sure. This is back when, like way early on in the meta of Smash 4, not Smash 4, Ultimate, we all thought this character was not that good anymore, but metas take time to develop, my friend, and some people predicted this, some people didn't. Gotta give kudos to the ones that did, I guess. Some of these game analysts go pretty crazy, but regardless, to update you here, even stocks on 2 stocks apiece here in game number 1 of the reset.
Alright, there's the throw from Rivers. Rivers is still keeping up that momentum, and he's still kind of playing the same game as he was against Sephiroth, though with a slightly different way to go about it. But he's still trying to outspace Tweek with some of his dash backs, just kind of the native positioning he places himself in. Then after he gets that banana toss in, that's when he tries to see what he can do after he knows he has a hit in and can start some sort of tech chase or air-to-air situation. But he's playing this rather passive in neutral and finding that jump and looking for the Z-drop, but not clipping the barrels with the Z-drop banana, which would have certainly taken the stock, and allowing Tweek to find themselves back at center stage with a banana in hand. This is where the tides can shift.
Indeed, my friend, indeed. Both these players just fishing for it right now, holding shield against each other's down tilts right there. Now the banana is out on the part of Rivers, going to throw that away immediately, and now you see them just looking like damn Robert the Robot players, just down tilting over and over and over again, because they each knew that they were at that percent, and Rivers going to be the first one to draw blood from that confirm right there. The down tilt to the up smash, Rivers up in stocks.
Yeah, things can get out of hand pretty quickly.
Oh no!
No,
Oh,
he's fine. He
fine.
he has all of his resources and avoids the Z drop on top of it, and doesn't cross up since the kick came out. So that up smash just purely whiffs, and we've got Rivers sitting at 151, still living after getting hit by yet another down tilt and the fair whiffs. I think that was meant to be an attack cancel back air like we saw there, or at the very least just a raw back air. But even one from center stage, he's still living, putting on 71. Back throw still won't do it. Ultimate Diddy Kong finding a hard time to get a kill on a mirrored reflection of himself, finally at 208. That stock's gonna be closed out.
Was he a Falcon? He was just holding the A button.
Yeah.
By the ledge.
Punch.
I guess, yeah. Slowly trying to get him up to that percent. Good on Rivers to DI out right there to avoid getting potentially cheesed by a down air out of the down throw. Got banana in hand, though, is Tweek. You got to be careful getting these resets once again. Z dropping that banana and then immediately up airing to get that hitbox out while retaining the banana in hand. Rivers, of course, definitely going to be searching for these down tilts now, potentially a raw smash attack if he can get one. But you know he's not going to just run up and whip something like that, especially when he's got the, I believe, Tweek's banana in hand right now, which is why you don't see him pulling another one. And there you go. You see him re-grab it once again. Now no bananas out on the table. Immediately grabbing Tweek's again.
This is starting to mount a pretty steady comeback and a reversal of fortune, to say the least. If you are Rivers, you lived till 208. Now it's Tweek's turn to start living until no longer. They're starting to live till no longer, because that was a hell of a commitment, and the roll into the corner of the platform is what saves Rivers' life, and punishing with an up smash from his own.
That was so close. That really just got down
Frames.
right to the business on the platform right there. Let's take a look at this again.
Literal
Tweek,
frames.
and his approach rolls in. No, just whiffs the up smash right there, because you see Rivers rolling away. That was so close on the part of Tweek right there. But it's going to be Rivers that winds up victorious in the first game. 2 more to take the tourney.
Yeah, that definitely looked a lot better than, I mean, game 1 against Sephiroth, game 1 with Sephiroth, where he got 2 stock. Like now, the ditto is showing its worth. Though, if you do go down 2-0 here, do you stick with the Diddy, or do you try the third character in your roster, that being the Wolf? Time will tell, and it will be dependent on the result of this game too, before that question is even asked. And Tweek is off to a pretty solid start with a 40% lead.
Alright, looking pretty strong right now. Tweek in the lead for the first time in quite a while. Gonna get that dash attack. Oh, actually trying to extend the combo a little bit with the up air right there, instead of going for the true forward air instead. It's going to wind up costing him a little bit, but he's still got the ledge trap situation going for him. Rivers catching that peanut and throwing it right back at him, my friend. Rivers not holding it down as much as he was before, doing so well offensively, but maybe not as much defensively this game, as he is still at a 40% deficit against Tweek right now.
Yeah, it's slow and steady, but it's nothing that you can't come back from. Like 40% is a lot. It is certainly a lot, but stocks matter more. Like and of course that's a really obvious thing to say, but especially in a ditto, everybody on both sides of the table, you know what your opponent is looking for. You know the kill setups. You know the dangerous stuff that can be all across the table. Pulling out something new at this level is very hard. But catching the air dodge down is something that Tweek did not expect as the game quickly evens up. Stock deficit be damned.
Stock deficit be damned, my friend. Oh, there you go with the rising neutral air right there. That's the beautiful thing about like Diddy's neutral air, is that it'll send at that same angle regardless if you hit it a rising neutral air or a falling one. It still sets up at that perfect pop-up angle for combos, like regardless of which way you go. Like you see right there. Still that same angle, 2 different types of neutral airs, and it's going to keep it going. That move is just so versatile. And just because he's fighting the Ditto right here, the Diddy Ditto, as you mentioned before, it's not going to change that fact.
No, not in the slightest, but Tweek is still starting to run away with this second stock a little bit. 120 to 12. And And that looked like Rivers looking for a win condition, if I'm going to use a alternative word to cheese. Looking to try and maybe snipe an air dodge or just a deep potential recovery route. Still, he's scrapping in this game. He knows he's not out of it as long as he's able to hold onto his stock. And you know what? The commentator's curse comes in full force. Rivers dropping the stock and dropping to a huge deficit against Tweek.
Yeah, definitely a big one. This is the kind of comeback that Tweek definitely needed. You sort of see him playing as aggressive as Rivers was before. He's utilizing neutral air a lot more, and he's also utilizing monkey flip a lot more. And I hate to say it, but it is sort of reminiscent of how, like, Rivers likes to play when he is in advantage. He likes to keep that button mashing in the face. He likes to use that safe mash, that safe aggression, if you would. It's kind of a little bit of like how the Crom comes out just a little bit in the Diddy. Not that, like Rivers Diddy is like, just replicant of his Crom. You know what I'm trying to say, though. He definitely just loves to play aggressive when he has to. And now we're seeing Tweek utilize that aggression a lot more against Rivers right here. And it's funny, because in the Ditto is the kind of situation where sometimes it's a situation where, like, all right, you can dish it, but do you know how to take it?
Yeah, and it's starting to look like Tweek is getting his turn to dish it out. Both of them trading trips with the banana peel, but Tweek is the one in advantage because Rivers ended up on the platform, which means the Diddy juggle game can start to come out, and the Diddy playing out of shield is even better. That back throw, quickest throw, quick turnaround to grab and throw. Rivers knows, Tweek knows what he wants, and he knows he wants these grabs, and that grab is going to seal it for game 2 with a 2-stock. Tweek now getting his first game of these finals on the board, and we've already reset the true finals.
We have, my friends, 1-1 in the favor of, and true finals right now, going right back to the Diddy Ditto, making sure he switches to the ADHD color. All right, I like that.
Shout out to ADHD right coming out to a bunch of locals recently. The Brawl Diddy. So we got the Brawl Diddy and ADHD in spirit. There's the Smash 4 Diddy that had pioneered that character in Rivers, returning to the character, and then the Tweek Diddy, who, while Tweek can be a master with any character, this is the first time I've seen him, like, truly main Diddy Kong in 3 games. So, the Diddy spectrum is certainly there.
Yeah, it's definitely on par with, like, Ness as sort of, like, this crazy lineage of, like, this character, like, throughout, like, the games and throughout, like, like, the history as it went on. I'll never forget, I casted ADHD versus, I think, Angel Cortez, and I remember back then when they were, like, sort of the 2 best Diddies in the state, and now look where we're at. Now we got Tweek and Rivers, like, also playing this character. It's funny how, like, we've just had, like, that sort of lineage passed down as this thing is going on, It's the same thing with, like, Ness, with, like, Gons, then Dark Matter, and then Syrup, of course, but enough about that. We got game number 3 going here for you guys. Rivers already down a stock, actually. Tweek. Yeah, it definitely was.
They're just looking to keep up the juggles, keep up the pressure. Tweek can be known to rest on his laurels and play the clock a little bit. He's not doing that right now. He knows that a lead matters exponentially in a matchup like this. He cannot wait this out. He has to try and make sure that Rivers gets 0 chance to come back in this game, in this set, and in this game.
Back throw going on right here with the falling forward air. Oh, I love what he's doing right there, throwing the banana against the stage, trying to get that lingering hitbox out here. Tweek is playing so much more aggressive all of a sudden, and you see in the back that the setup is actually starting to draw a little bit of a crowd going for you guys in this grand finals. This is 3-1 right now in the favor of Tweek in this game. Something turned around here, folks.
That drop from ledge back air is going to be huge, though, making sure to seal out the stock, and I think that might be the difference maker for Rivers. Not in terms of getting back into this game right now, but maybe getting back into this set starting with the latter half of this game. He needs to find ways to seal out stocks when Tweek is off stage, because Tweek looks mighty comfortable just being able to move around and recover basically for free without worrying about Rivers' usual setups. He needs to show him a different look, because they all have played now. What is this? This is game 3, and this is their 6th game playing, and Rivers has shown him a lot of looks with this Diddy Kong.
He has, my friend. Mayhaps he's just like taking like some pages out of their books. I'm sure these guys are learning from each other a lot right now as they're playing each other for sure. These are pretty much the two best Diddy Kongs in the game right now, so it's definitely gonna see what they can do against each other for sure as this set has gone on. And right now, I feel like I mentioned before, I feel like it's sort of like a situation of like just adaptation, like dishing it but not necessarily taking it. We see Tweek just sort of doing a lot of what Rivers was doing before and like utilizing these monkey flips and falling theirs in a much more aggressive fashion. Like he was sort of playing as reserved as his Sephiroth was before in terms of setting up his play, but Diddy, despite being able to do similar things, he doesn't necessarily have to do that against another Diddy Kong, you know what I mean? Because like when you're actually up close, it's a little bit of a different story of like which one is going to commit to stuff like down tilt first and who's going to run in like and space it properly.
That's twice now, 2 of these fairs, and Rivers still jumps for the 3rd time, but Tweek looks like he wasn't expecting it, or maybe just playing around banana. Either way, Rivers is allowed to get back to center, and at 150, it's a lot, and a lead against Diddy matters a lot, but you gotta be careful if you're Tweek here, because one false move can lead you off stage. The monkey flip grab will not do it. Burns Rivers' banana, so he has no resource. He just has to find this stock. Yet at 170, there it is, the back here. After Rivers committing a little bit too hard with that double jump up there, trying to chase. Fast fall back here does it. Tweek now up 2-1 with his first lead of the set.
It's just so amazing watching a player like Tweek counter such relentless and like prestigious aggression as Rivers with just more like aggro play of his own. Normally, like you see, like one player starts to play a little bit more defensively to try to like work around what the other character is doing. Like, oh, this guy's like mashing in my face quite a lot. I should start to play a little more quote unquote lame or a little campier just to make sure that like I have to work a little harder to get around me. No, Tweek's just like, I'm so good at this game that I'm just gonna mash harder. I'm just gonna mash harder than you, and mine will be better.
Diddy's a button-heavy character, but I think what matters in a lot of dittos, not only are the buttons you're pressing, because both of you have the same frame data, it's spacing, and everything comes down to spacing at the end of the day when you're in a ditto, because you have to manage your own burst range as well as your opponent's burst range, which is theoretically the same. So if you're able to space around that, especially with Diddy's high mobility tools, we can see stocks like that come out from Tweek, where he's always one step out of Rivers' threat range and burst potential with some of these banana tosses, but always one step inside his own, so he can close out stocks with an up smash on that platform and continue the combos going. Quick 82 like it's nothing. Shades of some pre-patch, shades of some more. There into dare. Gotta be sure to hold in to make sure you're bouncing off the stage. Didn't matter in that case. This is Tweek on a roll now.
I was gonna say, you know, I certainly agree with you that because you have the same frame data and whatnot, that spacing is most important in a ditto. But in this particular ditto, I feel like the off-stage presence actually matters a lot. Not just with how, like, you intercept monkey flip or whatever, because, like, you know, obviously, like, back air can sometimes do that if they're able to get it out before the kick, before the command grab, either. But when you're by the ledge, you have that Z drop option in the angel drop, which, with besides the exception of what we just saw, we actually haven't really seen that happen too much in this set. And it's because both players like sort of know the situations that can happen. Like they both know the risk, right? So we haven't really seen them been playing by the ledge like too often, except for here in this potentially last game, especially with the way things are going. We haven't seen them do it. They wanted to stay on stage, and then as soon as one of them stopped doing that, the aggression, the download on the part of TSM FX Tweek was too much for Rivers to handle on this particular night, as he is going to take the first streamed Platinum Star Weekly post-quarantine. You got to clap it up for him, folks. Good stuff.
Man, Tweek flipped the switch in that game 3.
Gabe, why is Gabe not clapping? I told them all to clap. Why can't they hear me? All right, whatever.
Tweek absolutely flipped the switch in that game 3 and started, whether it be remembering or just figuring out that he can reach in Diddy's bag of tricks for stuff that Rivers already did and already worked or didn't work. But he can He can go for that Z drop on neutral getup and look to punish. He can look for these nair to dare setups. He can look for big finishers and big haymakers on Rivers that was steadily looking more and more burnt out as he got to Game 7 against Tweek, forcing him to switch, getting that reset. But it's hard to go a lot of games against one of the best players in the world. And Tweek looked like he was ready with all of that gameplay.